morning. The sun is shining here in Piemonte, and this is where I am having morning breakfast, coffee, tea. I'm going to show you a little update. So I now have 3 different lobelia. The color of lobelia is, this one is a lovely sort of cornflower blue. I love her. And I planted with these yellow petunias that are going to come, sort of lime green petunias. And then down here are the white petunias with white lobelia. So you get the white, this white lobelia, and then this lovely cornflower blue. And then I have another one over here, which is the dark purple lobelia. You see that? She's keeping this other rose company, which is just about to bloom. So this was a little bit of a stick when I got it a couple of weeks ago, but it looks like there's a rose coming out there. My jasmine is still blooming. The hydrangeas are about to put forth their blooms, but everything else is blooming beautifully. This is a lavender. This is the sorrel that gets this lovely little yellow flower on it. And here are the alba roses, which as you can see are really pretty and keeping the white. This is a white. There's lots more buds coming, so I'll have more roses out of that. I'm super excited to report that one of my ranunculus that I grew from some little corms that I had is about to bloom. Can you see the flower? I don't know what color it will be. If I remember, it's a sort of apricot-y pink. But I have never managed to get ranunculus to bloom, so the leaves look great too, aren't they pretty? So here is a variegated petunia with, the little yellow flowers of the sorrel. So I put them together in a pot, and they've made a huge display. You see how big it is? It takes up half of the space of my balcony. So if you get a little plant, then you should always pot it on because they expand. Look how beautiful this campanula is. This campanula looked dead when I brought it from my garden it was nearly a year ago. And I just kept it through the winter, watered it. It didn't do anything. It had 2 or 3 leaves, and look how it's burst forth in summer. This is called campanula. You can see a bit of a theme going on. Here is the lovely anatheme, which makes this hair-like shrub, I guess you could call it. And then down here are the other sorrel, and they make this gorgeous pink flower. And literally, you can't kill them; they just go crazy. So I like a lot of softness in between the roses and the more structured flowers. This is another campanula that looked dead. Same plant as this. That's one without its flowers, just getting to that stage, and this one is literally groaning. The beautiful thing about campanula is they're almost too perfect to be true. There are the blooms coming. They literally just look like the perfect little plant. I mean, this is in a hanging pot. I've got it in this hanging pot that I put on the door, but you can put it anywhere. And you see how pretty these are with this tiny little yellow flower that just gives a little bit of accent to the burgundy leaves. I think you can see the little yellow flowers. Let's go a little bit over here, if I can get past the watering can and all the other encroachments here. If I can go this way a bit, yeah. Okay, so this is a bay leaf, as you can see. It's in a big pot. Here's the pot. So it's rather big. It's a bay leaf. I brought it from the old house. It was the one big plant I allowed myself on the balcony. It's made lots of new leaves. I used to use these bay leaf trees. I had a few laurel trees, I guess you call them, loro in Italian. And I brought this one, and it's doing pretty well. And what's happened is I put the jasmine at the base of it, and the jasmine has climbed all over it. So as you can see, there's this frame. Oh, there's some lovely sun finally. And this jasmine is, yeah, it has literally grown all over this thing. So, you know, it can sometimes, a little tree can give you a base for jasmine. Of course, the bay tree, the laurel, is evergreen, so it stays right through the winter. The leaves are a little darker, the older leaves, and these are the newer leaves. But it's lovely because it's there if you need it for cooking. And here's some jasmine. Smells absolutely gorgeous. This is normal jasmine, not night jasmine or star jasmine or African jasmine or whatever you want to call it. This is normal jasmine. Yeah. And I've got another one growing over there. These are just little fat plants, and then there's a whole lot of mint. And over there, see if I can't get round anymore. I have to go to the other entrance. Those are my pepper plants and my tomatoes, which are doing extremely well, as you can see. They're all growing. This is parsley and other herbs that I have growing. But that's all taken off, and the tomatoes are already full of flowers, and the pepper has a couple of peppers on it. Maybe I can scringe over there quickly and show you their fruiting. But this is the beautiful purple lobelia. If I can go far enough away to show you. You see how she produces these amazing. I should hang her up, but because if I put the two of them together, you could probably see the difference in color. One is very dark purple and one is cornflower blue. So for the moment, I'm just going to put the purple lobelia down here so I can show it to you in its coloring. Yeah, it's rather pretty. There's a motorbike, the ever-present sound in Italy. So I'll just scoot this over here, and I'll come over here, and we'll quickly go and show you. The vegetable garden, which is over this side. So these are tomatoes. They're Sardinian tomatoes. You see, they're full of flowers already. They're all blooming, full of flowers, so they'll have tomatoes on them soon. The exciting thing is this is only maybe the third time I've grown peppers in pots, but can you see the pepper coming? I don't know, I can't really see what I'm doing here on the camera. There are the flowers, and let me see if I can get this pepper. Okay. There you are, you can see the pepper. So quite soon I'm going to have some lovely bell peppers. There you are. There's another pepper here that's full of, pepper plant that's full of seeds. Full of blooms, which will soon, this tomato is ready to go. It already has lots of flowers on it. So what I usually do with the tomatoes is once I plant them out, I pinch out all the bottom leaves, as you can see here. So the more you pinch out the leaves, the more it will grow up. I'm going to pinch this leaf out right now. If you look at that, pinch this leaf out. Yeah, and pinch out that leaf so that it grows taller, and then you can literally stick it in the soil and it might grow for you and make another tomato. That's another pepper plant which I tipped over onto its side yesterday accidentally, but it's full of flowers. There's a lavender that shares the pot with it. This is thyme. This is variegated thyme. See if I can find it properly for you. That's variegated thyme. This is normal thyme, which is gorgeous with chicken. So if you're hesitant about growing herbs, don't be. You just need sun. So those are two different kinds of thyme. I do love thyme, especially if you're growing chicken. As I mentioned, this is parsley. One of them's gone to seed. But this is parsley, normal flat leaf parsley. There's another baby parsley here I'm seeding some parsley, which I will soon plant out. This is sorrel. This is also sorrel. And then over here from this angle, That's mint, which goes crazy. If you do plant out mint, and this is a kind of peppermint, you must put it in a pot, because if you put it in the ground, it will literally go crazy. It's invasive, takes over everything. But in summer, I love having this mint to serve in drinks and whatever. And there you can see the angle. I don't know if I'm making you crane your head here, but from here you can see the extent of my garden over there to the roses and that. But here is the jasmine and the bay tree, which forms the mid part of the garden, and the other jasmine. So I hope that gives you a little idea of the plantings I have in my small balcony garden, which just shows that anybody can have a balcony garden. I think my balcony is probably, well, I mean, it's not very wide. You can see the width of it. There's the width from there to there, and it's quite long. It stretches the length of my living room, but yeah, I keep the wooden shutters closed so that I can hang plants on it. And yes, and so let's go back to this side. Yeah, let's go back to this side and say goodbye with this beautiful lobelia. I'll turn it the right way now. Maybe I should have just stayed that way. So all the bulbs were beautiful this year. I had lots of them. But the spring bulbs are finished now. And the thing that I'm waiting for, this is an ivy that's on a ring, so it will make a big